Welcome back to English 24. In today's lesson, we're going to see different ways to say easy. Now, this is something that we use regularly. Easy. For example, the assessment is easy, exam is easy, and the assignment is easy, and that task is easy. And in so many circumstances, so many different situations, we use this one. But now what we can do is, we don't have to use this over and over and over again. I mean, easy. Again and again, it is not required. What we can do is, we can actually make our language attractive, more attractive. And how can we bring that attractiveness or that beauty to our language? By not being plain or monotonous. If you're plain or monotonous, that means there is no variety in your language. You're not going to be attractive. So with this lesson, we're not going to say easy anymore. I don't want to say we are going to get rid of easy completely. You can keep saying at the same time, we don't have to say easy always. We can just play with our language and bring some beautiful usages, expressions in our language so that you will be always attractive to listen to. So without further ado, let's get down to business. Different ways to say easy. Number one, as easy as 1, 2, 3. If something is as easy as 1, 2, 3, it is very easy. For example, my geography assessment was as easy as 1, 2, 3. Now you replace this 1, 2, 3 with ABC, you have another attractive usage, as easy as ABC. Yes, English assessment or English examination was as easy as ABC. Let's move on and see some more very attractive, beautiful usages. Next one, as easy as pie. For example, the driving test was as easy as pie, which means driving test was actually very easy. Next one, a duck soup. If something is a duck soup, it is very easy. For example, writing a paragraph in English is a duck soup, but speaking is not a duck soup. For some people, for many people, speaking English is a duck soup. That means speaking English is very easy for them. It isn't going to take much of an effort for some people to speak. At the same time, for some other people, writing is a duck soup. At the same time, speaking is not a duck soup. So, a duck soup, very easy. And now let's move on and see a piece of cake. A piece of cake is something that is very easy to achieve. For example, IPL title is not a piece of cake. So it is not something that is that easy or very easy to achieve. So IPL title is not a piece of cake. Let's move on and have a walk in the park. If something is a walk in the park, it is very easy. For example, learning French is not a walk in the park. It is not that easy. It is not that easy to learn French. So learning French is not a walk in the park. But writing a paragraph in our mother tongue is a walk in the park. It is so easy to do it. But speaking Japanese is not a walk in the park. By the way, have a look at the pronunciation of Japanese. It's Japanese, not Japanese. Japanese. Ultimate syllable stress. The last syllable stress. Ultimate means the last syllable stress. We had a piece of cake and then we had a walk in the park. Now let's have a cakewalk. If something is a cakewalk, that is so easy to achieve. Next one, a breeze. If something is a breeze, that is very easy. For example, my entrance test was an absolute breeze. It was so easy, meaning it was so easy. My entrance test was an absolute breeze. Next one, a total. If it is a total, it is very easy. For example, my exam was a total. It was so easy. My exam was a total. Next one, a child's play. If it is a child's play, it is very easy. For example, writing a paragraph is a child's play. Next one, do something with one arm tied behind your back. If you can do something with one arm tied behind your back, it is very easy for you. Maybe you have a lot of experience doing it. For example, she can do it with one arm tied behind her back. That means that's so easy for her. So that's the end of today's lesson on different ways to say easy. And before you go, I must share a tip with you to study all these things. Studying all these things together may not be as easy as 1, 2, 3, but you can make an attempt to do it, or you can follow a trick to do it. And that trick is actually writing all these things on a sheet of paper, having a look at it once or twice, or maybe 3 or 4 times. And then what happens is all these things are going to be stored together in your mind. So it's going to be so easy for you to retrieve and use them in appropriate situations. Otherwise, you listen to me and you go back and you forget it so easily, or at least, we've seen so many usages. So you may remember 1 or 2, but you won't remember all these things. But if you know all these things, the thing is that, as I said in the very beginning, you can actually play with your language. You can be so attractive because you don't use the same thing over and over and over again. Instead, one time you said, oh, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, and then you say it's a child's play, and then you say a duck soup, a walk in the park, a cakewalk, a piece of cake, and then as easy as 1, 2, 3, a total, and so on. And I'm able to remember all these things because I made a collection of all these things together and studied all these things. Done and dusted. So with that, it's bye-bye from Libby's and English 24. And before you leave, I must ask you, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe now and press that bell icon as well, so that you will be notified every time we upload our videos. And also, if you have any questions or comments, write there in the comment section. And don't forget to share it with your friends. With that, bye-bye from Libby's and English 24.